For most investors, when they think about a note and a mortgage, they think about being the borrower and not as being the lender. And so with note investing, we can purchase the note, own it, and now this allows you to step across the aisle and become the bank. And so here we transition from being the one making the monthly payments to being the one receiving the monthly payments. And that's a powerful shift.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to connecting with, Fred Moskowitz, who is an educator, investor, and best-selling author who's trained investors on creating cash flow and passive income streams. So excited to have you on the show today, Fred.
Thank you, Michelle. It's great to be here.
Yeah, of course. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching teaching people how to scale and leverage their income. So let's dive in.
Great.
First off, for those who are not yet familiar with you and your world, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah, absolutely. My main focus is investing in notes, mortgage notes specifically. And I love focusing on residential mortgage notes. A lot of people are familiar with real estate investing. However, it's not so many people that are familiar with investing in the debt side of that, which is mortgage notes. That's the industry I'm in.
Awesome. And are you operating in a specific market or nationwide?
It's nationwide. That's one of the beauties of investing in mortgage notes is you can do it from anywhere, and you can invest in all real estate markets across the U.S. And so that adds a lot of diversity because we're not focused on one particular real estate market. We can go really broad.
Yeah, definitely. Can you expand on mortgage notes for those who maybe not have not heard that term?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll say this, a lot of people are familiar with investing in real estate, whether it's single family houses or commercial property or multifamily or even vacation property, those short-term rentals. But what if instead we talk about investing in the paper, which is the notes and mortgages associated with all those different properties? The majority of investment properties are purchased with some kind of leverage, some kind of financing. And I feel that this is a very interesting part of the real estate business. And for some reason, a lot of real estate investors, they don't pay any attention to it. For most investors, when they think about a note and a mortgage, they think about being the borrower and not as being the lender. And so with note investing, we can purchase the note, own it, and now this allows you to step across the aisle and become the bank. And so here we transition from being the one making the monthly payments to being the one receiving the monthly payments. And that's a powerful shift.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, definitely. That is a very cool way to invest. Awesome. What have been some of the main keys that have made the biggest difference in allowing your business to be able to grow and get successful?
Well, there's a couple of things that I started to learn about mortgage notes because I've invested in real estate for decades, owning and managing properties and being involved in larger multifamily deals, all these different transactions. But with mortgage notes, what I found was that there's really three key characteristics. The first is that you can buy them at a discount. Now, when it comes to real estate, everyone wants to buy a property below market value, right? Get that discount. In the note industry, this is very typical in a transaction. Notes are bought and sold at a discount. So you're buying it for less than the amount owed on the principal balance of the loan. Second is that you're buying an asset that's backed by hard collateral. It's backed by real estate. These are homes just like the homes that you and I live in, right? And so that's the collateral that gives you that downside protection. The third is that you can earn a high rate of return. If you do your investing well, you can earn a high rate of return. And so when I learned about those three characteristics, that made me become very interested in mortgage note investing.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any sort of limitations or obstacles that are common when it comes to investing in mortgage notes?
Yes, certainly. So with mortgage notes, to be successful in this business, there are three pillars, and I talk about this in my book on note investing. There's three pillars to note investing. The first is capital. You have to have access to capital. Mortgage notes are purchased as cash transactions, and so you need to have cash, that capital. Second is the availability of notes, access to notes. Can you buy them? Do you have the relationships in place to be able to bid on and buy notes? And third is the systems and processes. It's the management of the assets. Are you set up in your business to effectively manage those assets? So you need to have all three of those areas covered in order to be successful.
Yeah, definitely. What is your book about?
Yeah, my book is called The Little Green Book of Note Investing, and I wrote it to provide a high level introductory overview to the entire business of note investing. We talk about why do banks sell loans, and recapitalize. Why are notes sold? How to tap into that secondary market. We talk about due diligence, how to analyze a note, how to conduct due diligence and look for problems and pitfalls. And also have several chapters dedicated to one of my favorite topics, which is investing in notes using retirement account capital. Because as I said earlier, you need cash.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
But for a lot of investors, a great source of capital is our retirement accounts. Maybe you have an IRA, you have a Roth IRA, hopefully, or an old 401k from a previous employer, and you're looking for ways to put that money to work. Well, that's a great source of capital for investing in notes. And so the book provides a high-level overview of many of these topics so that an investor that's interested in learning about note investing, whether you want to do it actively and be hands-on or passively, you can also be a passive investor as well. There's a strategy for you, and that's what we cover in the book.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm sure many people could use that advice as they get started on their journeys. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
Wow, there's so many areas. Um, so scaling for me is I'm learning to get better at utilizing social media, leveraging social media platforms, because a big part of what I do is education and outreach and teaching. And so I want to use social media as part of that. And it's a never ending process, learning the different strategies, techniques. There's always places to improve. There's new platforms coming on the scene. There are changes in the way the social media platforms are promoting content creators. And so it's all about staying on top of that and getting better. And I really like the idea about how can I be a better content creator? Because if I can get better at that, that's a larger audience that I can reach out to. I have a larger addressable audience to share my message with, to share value and bring about these new concepts and strategies and techniques. Because let's face it, I've had the pleasure to learn from so many powerful mentors in my investment career, and I want to be able to give back to others now. And so by creating this body of work, I'm able to share that with others, and I feel that social media is a big part of that.
Yeah, it's definitely the modern marketing strategy that we all are getting used to. Awesome. So,
Yeah.
what got you started in the investing world? Like, how did you come across mortgage notes and, yeah, start your journey?
Well, I started out my career working as a computer engineer for many decades. I loved the work I was doing. And what happened for me was that I came up through the time of the dot-com boom, the birth of the internet. We had the dot-com boom. That was then followed by the bursting of the dot-com bubble and the September 11th terrorist attacks. And so we had all of this turmoil in the world at the time. And so through all of that, it made me realize that I was taking on this huge risk because I was relying on my paycheck from my job as my only source of income. And that was a huge risk. And so I wanted to diversify my income streams.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I read a statistic that the average millionaire has 7 different income streams. And here I was with just one. And so this is what led me to alternative investments in general. I got into real estate and then after a number of years, started learning about note investing as a niche area. And what I loved was that I said, this is something that I could really grow and expand into something big. And that's what I've been focusing on. But I'm uh, so excited about this asset class because the ability to scale is um, so powerful. So powerful. You're limited by the amount of capital that you have access to. That's really it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. What's your suggestion for people who maybe think that they don't have enough capital, and how can they tap into other sources of capital?
Yeah, absolutely. So, um, f- for a lot of people, real estate can be a great way to get started when you don't have capital because you can use leverage. You can buy properties with uh, relative low money down compared to the value of the asset, and holding that over years, over the long term, you can really grow and expand. And that's something that's how I got started. And I've seen a lot of investors be very successful with that. Now, moving along from that, as I mentioned earlier, retirement accounts, um, old 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, which is one of my favorite strategies, by the way, because of the tax benefits there. All are excellent sources of capital. And so if you learned a good education about real estate investing, you've learned a lot about how to leverage assets that you own. And so when you do that, that can create new opportunities for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. How can people leverage their Roth IRA? Like you mentioned, that's what you prefer.
Yeah, the reason I love Roth IRA is the tax treatment, because if you look at it from the perspective of the agricultural analogy, right? With a Roth IRA, you're paying taxes on the seeds and not on the harvest of your crops. And so all the growth is tax free in the account, and that's really powerful. Um, but utilizing retirement accounts, you can invest in individual notes, right? If you have a self-directed retirement account, you can invest in notes. You can invest in note funds if you want to be a passive investor, and really resulting in tax-free compounding. And if you ever look at some of the differences in growth of an account value, whether it's subject to tax or not, it's tax-free. It's It's tremendous, tremendous difference in the growth and compounding. And, it reminds me of this quote um, by Albert Einstein that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And it's such a powerful force when you can do it, compound interest with tax-free growth. It's tremendous.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. What is something that maybe you had to overcome on your journey that now you have the lessons that looking back you wish you knew in hindsight?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned is the power of proximity. The people you're putting around yourself. Who's in your neighborhood? Who do you hang out with? Who do you spend time with? And so that power of proximity, because if you are in a room with people that are successful, then that's really going to change your mindset. It's going to change the kind of conversations that you're having. It's going to change the kind of events you get invited to, the kinds of books that you might read, the content you consume. And so think about this. If you have, let's say you're a business owner, you have $100,000 a year business. That's your annual annual revenue. And you step into a room full of people that have $1 million a year business in revenue. Well, they're going to be talking about different kind of problems at a higher level. They're going to be going to different events and activities where it's at a higher level. And so what happens? Well, that's going to pull you up over time because of all of this constant exposure. And so that's one of the best things that I learned is be purposeful about where you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with.
Absolutely. That is very powerful advice. Are there certain networking strategies that you like to implement?
Yeah, as far as strategies and tactics, I love using CRM. I think it's a very powerful tool to keep track of your contacts and keep track of the conversations you're having and really set you up for success. And a lot of people that I talk to, investors, I talk to different people, and they say, "Hey, Fred, which is the best CRM? Which is your favorite one?" And my answer is always the same. It doesn't matter. The best CRM is the one that you're going to use consistently every day. Every day you're going in, you're updating, you're making your calls based on that, your outreach. It doesn't matter which one it is. The one that you use consistently, day in and day out, that's going to be the best one because that's going to set you up for success.
Yeah, I love that approach. Thanks for sharing. So before we wrap up here, if somebody wants to reach out, connect, learn more, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yes, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. So my book is called The Little Green Book of Note Investing. It's available on Amazon. You can search for it by name or by my name. It will come up. And for anyone that wants to reach out, connect with me, please visit my website. It's at fredmoskowitz.com. However, maybe you prefer a little bit of an easier spelling. So what I've got is you can go visit giftfromfred.com and they'll take you right to my website. And once you're there, I have a special report about note investing and introductory guide. I'd be happy to send that out to anyone that would like. Just visit giftfromfred.com, put in your information, and we'll email that out to you right away. And you can learn more about me. You can send a message to connect with me. And I always love connecting with investors, building relationships, because it's a big part of what we do. It really is. And so invite anyone, please reach out, connect with me. Would love to talk, would love to learn more about what you're doing in the investment space.
Amazing. I appreciate your time and your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me on today.
Yes, of course. And for those that are tuning into the show, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Fred who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.